Hello, everyone. This is Crafting with V. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome. So glad you're here. And if you are returning, thank you so much for returning. Okay, so today we are doing a coffee chat and whip. I do have my coffee over there. I may have to go and get another cup here in a minute, so I might have to pause because today is definitely a second cup of coffee day for me, even though it's like 9:30 at night. It has been a very long day for me, but I will actually start with telling y'all about yesterday. Okay, so yesterday was Saturday, and I always work on Saturdays. And I actually got to work and I'd already gotten set up and everything. And the manager walked in and was like, I thought you were off this weekend. And I was like, I was. And then I actually remembered I had put just an extra weekend on my vacation request form because what happened there? What is all that all over my canvas right there? I know it wasn't there earlier. Think I could scrape enough of it off to see. So I think on the next one that I do, I'm going to do that little section right there on the next color so I can make sure I can see what goes where on that. I know y'all can't see it. Let me see if I can zoom it in just a little bit. Okay, there's a little dark spot right here that's on my canvas. I don't know what got on there, but something did. Anyway, right now I'm working on the 2s, which are 153. But sorry about that. Got sidetracked but anyway, I'm at work and she says, I thought you were off this weekend. Scheduled off, and I had forgotten that I had put in for an extra weekend on my vacation request because we can actually ask for up to 4 weekends off. Well, I had only asked for one off, and I think that was around my birthday. So anyway, I thought, well, I might want to take another weekend off and I might want to take it whenever I can go camping. So I'll just put Memorial Day weekend on there and then I forgot about it. So as soon as the lady got there that was supposed to take my spot, I went ahead and left yesterday. And I have today and tomorrow off, which turns out that was a very good thing. Because here's the part that's not so good. Anyway, I'm at the house. I'm working on the kids' playroom. Because that is what I had decided that I was going to do on my weekend off, was work on that playroom because they're already out for summer. I want a place for them to be able to play at. And so that we can still enjoy the living room TV and all that. So, anyway, my brother calls me about, say it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and tells me that they are fixing to take mom to the hospital because they want her to be observed because she's not acting right. In all the time that my mom has been in the nursing home, she has never really tried to get out of bed. She hasn't been able to walk on her own in 3 years. So, and she was trying to get up out of bed and stuff, and they wanted to take her in to get her observed. They had already taken her off of that medicine, which is what they had thought was causing some of the behavior issues. Well, anyway, we get to the hospital in our town. We thought this one time we would just send her to the hospital in our small little town since it was just going to be for observation. Well, it turns out that her blood pressure started dropping again, and whenever they got to the hospital, my brother had called me and said her blood pressure is really low. So I went ahead and stopped cleaning the back room, stopped trying to do all that, and went down to the hospital. Whenever I got down there, they were still running tests and stuff. Blood work. Now, a couple weeks ago, she did have another UTI. They had her on a antibiotic given by shot for 7 days, and she was supposed to get retested again sometime this week, I believe. She was supposed to get retested again at some point. Well, anyway, we get her down there and she's not talking again. And whenever she is talking, she's really confused. And yes, my mom has dementia, but it has not progressed to the point to where she doesn't know us, she doesn't know the year. It's just little things right now. Like she'll forget that she said something or she'll forget that she gave something to somebody. Stuff like that. But anyway, she was answering their questions and stuff, and they asked her what year it was, and she said it was 2004, 20 years ago. Um, and then another question was how old was she? And she said 74. She's older than that. So, and then there was a bunch of other questions that she really didn't answer. So she was more confused than normal, and I know that there will be a day when that might be part of the normal thing with her. But right now it isn't progressed that far. Anyway, they do all the tests and everything, and once again, she is in the beginning stages of being septic. So she's not as bad as she was the first time that we took her in for that. This time, her blood pressure, her vitals, and all that are responding to the medicine that they're giving her. They've got her started on antibiotics. Um, not saying where they're transferring her to, but anyway, so they did transfer her to the bigger hospital. Let me switch colors here. I think I've gotten all these. I may have missed some. I always do. And I'm going to start on these upside down Y's just so that I can get that color done right there because I don't want it to get unsticky. So that's number 12. which is 550, one of my favorite purples. Set it over there. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. If you can't, I'm sorry. This may not be a very long coffee chat and whip today. I am just really tired. I've been sitting up at the hospital most of the day. Between both of them that we were at with my mom. And then my brother took me out to eat at Cracker Barrel on the way home. Let's see, I think that's a Y. Upside down Y. I'm kind of guessing at a few of these symbols because I think some of them are the little less than sign. But we'll get it the best that we can. These are flowers, so if I don't get one quite right, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. Because I'm going to switch to the other color here in a minute. But anyway, after we left the hospital today, my brother took me out to eat at Cracker Barrel. Now, I will tell you, I love meatloaf. I really do. But for the life of me, I cannot fix it and it turn out right. So, when every now and then I will go to a restaurant and I will order meatloaf. Had meatloaf and mashed potatoes. And then I had whole kernel corn. And I thought about getting mac and cheese, but I didn't. And then I had a Diet Coke with all that. Not the most, I don't know what to say. I can't even think of the words that I was going to try to say, but it's not the most visually appealing meal, but it does taste very good. And because I can never eat my full plate, I went ahead and brought the rest of it home. So I will have that for lunch tomorrow. And tomorrow, anyway, Courtney was going to have to use my vehicle, and I was just going to ride into work with Josh. But since I don't have to go to work, because I am actually off this weekend, I'm going to spend a few hours with my mom up at the hospital while Courtney is working, and then I might get to DoorDash a little bit tomorrow afternoon. While she's working, I might go to the park and diamond paint a little bit, which I know I said I wasn't going to start another diamond painting. But the only ones that I have going on right now, I've got 3 large diamond paintings going on. Even actually 4 if you count the Christmas gnomes. And even the Christmas gnomes is not a small painting. I consider a small painting a 30 by 40 or below. Anyway, I went ahead and they were transferring her up there, so I went ahead and went back to the house. Had to come by here to get a phone charger and some other things. And for some reason, I had this painting out a few days ago. I don't think I'd planned on starting it. I just had it out and ready to go because I had it out and I had the drills setting to the side. And I was like, oh, good. This, I don't have to search for the drills or anything like that. So we will just take this one. So in my update on Tuesday, you will see another WIP. But you will also see a completion of the stained glass heart. Anyway, so while I was, and before I left, I also made a copy of the key code of it on the printer in my room. And for once, the color, get down. Stardust is trying to join me today, and it's just been one of those days. I will give her lovings and everything here in a little bit, but this is something that a lot of people have said that while I was up there at the hospital and I knew I wasn't home working on this diamond painting, knew I wanted to be diamond painting. And I did get just a little bit of it done. Is it over here? I'll go ahead and show it to you. Okay. I'm working on this one. This is the one that I kitted up at the hospital today. And my printer in my bedroom is actually working. So I was actually able to print out the color key. And it looked right and everything. And I went ahead and put it on sticker paper. So that is what I'm going to be taking with me whenever I go to see my mom. And if I still have to wait on my daughter after I do that, then I'll be going to the park. Or maybe just sitting in my van. I don't know yet. I may take a table with me and just sit in the van and diamond paint on that. But I will spend a couple hours with my mom tomorrow up there. Hopefully she's more responsive. Like I said, it's nowhere near what it was whenever she went into the hospital around my birthday. It's a lot better. And I don't know, maybe I need to quit taking time off of work because it seems like last time when I had taken that time off and we were going to go to, where were we going to go? We were going to go to a park, camping that was a few hours away. Right. And we had it planned for right after my mom had gotten sick, but I didn't know she was going to get sick. So I had planned that for the week after that. Well, she had went into the hospital and I was like, I can't do that. So we just went ahead and took the camper up closer to the hospital. Well, the day that we went up there to the campground and set that up, they told us that she was going to get to go home. So she ended up leaving the very next day after we took the camper up closer to the hospital. So I wouldn't have to drive back and forth, which that's okay. So, and after that weekend, we went ahead, or after that week, we went ahead and took the camper to the town that we work in just because I wanted a little bit of a break at that time. Well, this time I take off work again, and she's back in the hospital. My brother happened to say today, "You need to quit being a mind reader, taking off time before you even know that you need it." Of course, he was joking around with me, but anyway, so hopefully she'll be out in a day or two. Like I said, it's not as bad as she was before, so I'm glad it got caught earlier. I knew she wasn't acting the same, but whenever the nurse told me about that medicine, I figured they probably knew what they were talking about with that. But I knew that she also wasn't acting herself. So I am really hoping that everything goes good. So what do I have planned tomorrow? I've already went over that. After I finish with this WIP and chat, I think I'm going to try to finish this square. If I don't quite get it finished, that's okay. I'm going to go finish laundry because I've got a day to get a head start on it. And whenever I was cleaning out the kids' playroom, I found a bunch of clothes back there that needed to be thrown in the laundry and a bunch of clothes that I was actually missing. How they ended up back there, I have no clue, but anyway, I'm going to finish doing laundry, and then I was going to fix sausage and eggs for dinner tonight because I had some sausage patties that are going to go bad if I don't use them up tonight. So what I plan on doing is going in there here in a little bit as well and just cooking up all that sausage, letting it cool down, and then I'm just going to freeze them. 34. And then I'll have sausage, and then I make little egg rounds that I can put on there for whenever I go to work and make me a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit because it takes 15 minutes to bake the biscuits in the oven before I go to work. Won't take me too long to do that. So I'll have some ready to go lunches to take with me. Anyway, I really don't have that much else to say. Like I said, it's a long day. Sitting in very uncomfortable chairs. So I'm glad to be at home. I'm glad to be diamond painting. If I go too long without diamond painting, I start to have withdrawal symptoms. And I would have did this coffee chat and whip a little bit earlier, but I happened to notice that Granny had put out a whip and chat, so I had to go and watch that real quick. Her tea time with Granny, and she's working on her cottage, Granny and Ellie's cottage painting. I do not have a cottage painting that I know of. I've probably what will happen is after this little painting is over with, I'll find one that I had in my stash and I'll be like, I could have done that one. But as far as I know, I don't have one in my stash. What y'all, and this is not the video that y'all were supposed to get today. I will be posting this up here as soon as I finish recording it, but I'd planned on doing an unboxing today of a painting that my daughter had given me, but I guess y'all will have to wait till tomorrow for that. Hopefully I'll have time to get it recorded tomorrow. And then and if I didn't say, today is May 26th. I know I said the time, but I don't think I ever said the date. So anyway, hopefully I'll be able to get that recorded in the morning. If it's anything like this morning, I probably won't have any issues with that, because I couldn't sleep again and I woke up at like 4 a.m. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Just be sure to be safe. Take care of yourself. Have fun. And I will see everyone in the next chat. Bye.